Hello again. Once more, I would like to speak to everyone who can understand English so that you can hear another perspective on the situation between Thailand and Cambodia at this time. There is something that can be even more frightening than a conflict along the border, when information about a conflict is presented to the international community from only one side. In this case, concerns have been raised by Thailand regarding the way certain issues were presented by Mr. Thomas Andrews, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on the situation of human rights in Cambodia, which Thailand believes did not fully reflect the facts or the scope of the mandate. Therefore, I respectfully call on the United Nations Human Rights Mechanism to examine these matters according to the principle of neutrality, impartiality, professionalism, and a comprehensive assessment of the facts. But I would like to go back to something more important, the study of history. Children and young people deserve to learn history as it truly happened, not just selective moments and not simply a story that tells them who was good and who was bad. They deserve to see the context, the evidence, the chronology, and information from different sides. History is rarely just one picture. Throughout the history of Thai and Cambodian border, there are Thai records as well as reports from the international organization, including the International Committee of the Red Cross, documenting refugees and humanitarian operations during those periods, as well as information from the United Nations itself. These records should be studied and examined, not selectively presented to support the narrative or interest of one side or another. And this brings me to something that I believe we should talk about, the responsibility adults have for the future of children. In some societies, those in power may not want their people to have too much access to knowledge, because the more people know, the more questions they ask. And when people ask questions, power can be held accountable. And when power can be held accountable, it becomes harder to maintain power through fear or a one-side narrative. Fortunately, Thailand still has space for people to learn, to question, to examine evidence, and to debate. And that is something we should preserve for the next generation. To all adults listening, no child is born with hatred. Children learn it from what adults teach them, from what adults tell them, whether those things are based on truth or distortion, and from the examples adults set. 20 years from now, the children being shaped today may become diplomats, soldiers, academics, politicians, or national leaders. They may sit at the same table, negotiate problems inherited from previous generations, and decided whether they will live together as friends or as enemies. So what adults do today, whether through dishonesty towards the facts, failure to act with integrity, or using information to preserve power by creating hatred, may become the way the next generation learns to judge and treat others. If you have children, grandchildren, or people you love who will live in the world after us, ask yourself, what kind of world do you want them to grow up in? You can help build a better world. Let it be built on truth and justice, to understand and prepare for the future, or distortion to preserve power creating by hatred. Thank you.